We're going to take a look at sidewalls, edges, and the base of a ski. And I'm here on the headstand with Mike Crawford from Head. Hi, Mike.
How's it going? Yeah, good, thanks.
Great. So, sidewall.
Yep.
Tell us what is the sidewall there for?
So the sidewall is is literally this sort of, instead of the top sheet or the base, it's the bit that runs perpendicular, and it is a softer material that covers and protects the edge.
Yeah.
So it's part of the manufacturing process, but when you're using your skis, it protects the edge and it stops the water getting in. And that famous thing people talk about is delaminating.
Yeah.
And if you peel back that sidewall too far, you're introducing a space for water to get into the ski.
Right.
And if you peel that back too much, one little molecule of water gets in and it freezes. And it opens up that gap, and that's how your skis delaminate.
Okay.
So if you're ever doing sidewall, we basically use a sidewall cutter.
Yeah.
And you just take a tiny amount off, because then you need to be able to get at the edge. At the moment, the edge and the sidewall on this ski are flush.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to really do an aggressive tune on this side edge, I wouldn't be able to do it. What I'd end up doing is filing the sidewall, not filing the edge.
Okay.
So the ski doesn't get any sharper, but the green stuff comes off.
Yeah, sure. So some skis have a proper wall, like you can see there.
Yeah, so
other skis don't have such a wall. They just kind of capped round.
Absolutely right. So generally stuff that comes from a race department or the sort of higher performance piece stuff, but if it's got that race DNA, then it will come with a sidewall construction.
Okay.
Free ride skis, lots of ladies skis, and slightly sort of kind of more all mountain skis, they won't come with that. They'll come with what we call a rollover.
Okay.
And that means that actually the edge will be exposed, but because it rolls all the way over, there's nowhere for that water to get in. So it protects the edge in a different way, but that's what it's for.
But a sidewall like that will have a bit more of a sort of solid feel to it.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Right,
yeah.
okay. And what about edges then? Ski edges. I mean, ski edge is obviously made of metal.
Yep.
Is an edge an edge, or do you get different edges on skis?
You don't get different types of edge, so they always use the same metal.
Yeah.
The thing you get is there's two different edge angles. So you have what we call base bevel and edge angle.
Yeah.
And bevel is there to make the ski easier to rotate.
Okay.
So a more beveled ski, the edges peel away from the base, and that makes it really easy to rotate your feet. So a beginner ski or a free ride ski will have more bevel, whereas a race ski will have less bevel because they want instant contact with that edge.
Okay.
And when you start skiing downhill skis, they obviously bevel the tips and the tails, and less so under the middle. So that's...
So you get a better grip with an unbeveled, but it's...
Well, you wouldn't ever... Nobody skis unbeveled. I mean, that's... Generally, we're kind of 0.3 to 0.5 would be the minimum.
Yeah.
And then up to like 1.5 for a free ride type ski.
Okay. Great. For most skiers that own their own skis, though, if they go to put those skis into a service, what would they expect to get back?
The best thing is to sort of have a play with yourself. If you're just starting out, is to know what you want.
Right.
And if you're a beginner and you're just starting out, you want the skis to be easy to steer, you're going to use more bevel.
Yeah.
And then you might start using less bevel. And then we have got the edge angle, which is how sharp the ski is. And skis come out the factory, imagine they're all at 90 degrees.
Yeah.
90 degrees is sharp-ish, and it stays at 90 forever. It'll just stay at that forever. Okay. But the more angle you put on that down to 86, for example, the more like a knife blade it is, so that'll blunten much faster. Right. So lots of like your ski instructors and stuff, like high performance skiers, they'll ski at 88, because that's like a nice balance if it's a really sharp ski, but they don't have to do their edges every night.
Yeah, sure.
Whereas your World Cup ski racers, they do their edges every night because they have to, because they literally go blunt that fast. Okay. So generally the thing I would say is if you start servicing yourself or you're going to a shop, you want to know what your edges are set at.
Yep.
And all shops, if they're putting them through a machine, they'll have a setup, which obviously they think works for their customers and everything else.
Sure.
Just find out what it is. Just ask the question.
Yeah.
How are you going to tune my skis?
Right.
And just find out. And that little bit of information, you might then find out going, oh, that didn't work for me. Next time I'm going to get something different.
Okay. So. Great. And what about bases of the ski then? The ski base itself, the bottom of the ski. What's it made of? And are there a lot of differences in different skis?
There's not really any difference between the bases because there's actually only two companies in the world that make bases, and everybody buys the base from the same two companies. Generally with kind of piste performance skis, you'll see it's a black base, and then you sometimes see clear bases, and that's if they've got a cool graphic on the bottom, they want to show them off, so free ride skis, freestyle skis, that kind of thing.
Yeah, okay.
And yeah, it's all just made of the same. It's the same kind of plastic. It's a PU plastic.
Yeah.
So.
And obviously, over the top of that plastic, you put wax into the base and wax it on a regular basis.
Yeah. So if you look at the base of your ski, and it is a nice black colour, then that means that the base is well waxed. When it starts going grey, that's actually the plastic starting to oxidise, and it's actually reacting to the air and the water. And it goes a bit grey, and that's when the ski's running slowly. You don't get as much out of it.
Yeah, right.
Everybody always gets really kind of worried that doing waxing the skis makes them go faster. It's not about speed, it's actually about ease. Skiing on a sharp edge and skiing on a waxed ski just makes your life easier.
Yeah, of course.
You've got grip and you've got glide.
Yeah.
The number of times you see kids just endlessly poling across flat bits, and they're miserable because they're spending so much time pushing. Make their life easier. A little bit of wax, and it's so easy. You don't need that much kit, and it's easy to do. You can't really go wrong with it. No.